This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/butterscotch. Sean Crothers from Butterscotch.com here at CES 2011. I'm here with Charlie from iRobot. He's going to tell us about some of the other products that iRobot makes, not just ones that vacuum your floor.
Right. So we have another side of the business, our government industrial robots division. One of the robots that we have coming out of there is called the PackBot. This robot is used in Iraq and Afghanistan to this day, identifying bombs, going into buildings, inspecting dangerous objects. It's really putting itself out there so that soldiers are kept out of harm's way and saving lives every single day. We've delivered over 3,500 of these to the military and civil defense forces worldwide.
There you go. How are these controlled? From a remote computer?
It's teleoperated. It's actually teleoperated with a game-style controller. So you look at an Xbox controller. That's one of the things that we've kind of worked with over the years, is keeping training time down. Soldiers grew up playing video games and they know how to use that. Yes. So within a day you can really pick it up and control that robot to go and pick objects up and inspect objects and all that.
Okay, and here's the question is, if it does happen to find a bomb while it's picking things up, is it built to withstand that?
They do get destroyed in the field, but that's okay. That's the
you'd
point.
rather have a robot destroyed than a person.
Exactly, right. So your robot's up there doing the dirty work and the soldiers staying safe back in the back controlling.
Okay, so you have a couple other robots in here. Let's take a look at one of these other ones. So which one's next?
So this one over here is called Sea Glider. It's an underwater robot. So we, within the past few years, opened up a maritime office. This robot's really cool. It can stay out to sea for up to 10 months at a time without any human intervention. And it does so by using a different type of propulsion system. It's based off of buoyancy, not a regular propeller. So inside there's sort of a bladder that inflates and deflates. That changes its buoyancy, so it glides down the ocean and then glides back up. When it wants to send data back, it does so using the antenna there and sends it back via satellite. You can control it from anywhere in the world. You can control it from Starbucks, you can control it from your bedroom, wherever you want. And it's used primarily for oceanographers to get ocean properties like temperature, salinity. It was also used in the Gulf of Mexico oil spill to detect for the presence of oil underneath the water.
There you go. Okay, so there we go. One underwater and one on land that detects bombs. So we've got another one here that looks a little bit more animated.
Yeah, so this is a little different. This is a technology demonstrator that we have in here at CES. It's not a product, it's a prototype, but wanted to show some of the cool stuff that we're working on behind the scenes in iRobot in terms of navigation. This robot automatically avoids objects, can respond to voice controls, simple touches, and so on. So as far as the technologies go with our government and industrial robots and the home robots, we have all sorts of different technologies as far as navigation. For our home robots, we've determined really that iAdapt's the best way to get your floors clean. But we do have this really cool technology too that's being utilized.
Right, and notice on the top we've got an iPad strapped in there. Now, what is the iPad doing in this case, and what can it do?
So you could control that robot via the iPad and any other type of tablet.
All right. So do we see any ideas for use case for this in the near future? Or is it just
it's a technology demonstrator at this point. No specific applications to talk about, but just wanted to showcase some of the work we're doing behind the scenes.
Well, there you go. With some other types of robots that you might see out in the field, maybe under the water. For more information on all of these, you can check our show notes at butterscotch.com, and of course you can check the iRobot site. Thanks so much, Charlie.
All right, thank you.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/butterscotch.